Ancient philosophy and various spiritual practices teach us that the way to true freedom and happiness is to overcome our fear of death. But what do they mean by that exactly, and how should we go about achieving it? Let's find it out. One of the great Stoics and the former slave Epictetus mentions in his discourses, "Do you then ponder how the supreme of human evils, the surest mark of the base and cowardly, is no death, but the fear of death? I urge you to discipline yourself against such fear, direct all your thinking, exercises, and reading this way, and you will know the only path to human freedom." Indeed, overcoming the fear of death is one of the key principles in different ancient philosophies. There is, however, a crucial distinction between a modern person and that of the past. Death has become a much more abstract concept. If before, when the life expectancy wasn't that long and it was normal to see death around you, people were aware that the end might be around the corner. Now, with all the medical advancements and lifestyle changes, we might go through our lives barely thinking about and let alone witnessing death. And if we add scientific breakthroughs on top, many of us might think that death will be defeated soon and we may go on living forever. We are not going to debate the question of technologically assisted immortality in this video. Instead, we'll have a look at something that scares people more than death. I'm talking about change. When we cease from activity, tells us Marcus Aurelius, or follow a thought to its conclusion, it's a kind of death. And it doesn't harm us. Think about your life. Childhood, boyhood, youth, old age. Every transformation, a kind of dying. Was that so terrible? Every change is a little death. Parts of our ego, routine, and living conditions cease to exist. The ancient abstract fear of death finds an outlet in fearing those changes, which are way more tangible and concrete than a hypothetical brick falling on top of your head when you go outside. By overcoming those fears of change, we'll allow our life to flow in its natural way and find peace in amor fati, accepting everything fate throws at us. Cling tooth and nail to the following rule, teaches us Seneca: not to give in to adversity, never to trust prosperity, and always to take full note of fortune's habit of behaving just as she pleases, treating her as she were actually going to do everything it is in her power to do. We don't have to start out big and relinquish all the fears in one go. We just need to remember that every time facing a potential change and experiencing worry or anxiety, we have to stop for a moment and apply a simple technique of letting go. The technique is presented clearly in the book called Letting Go, The Pathway of Surrender by David R. Hawkins, and here is his take on the fears of life. Handling an emotional crisis leads to greater wisdom and results in lifetime benefits. Fear of life is really the fear of emotions. It is not the facts that we fear, but our feelings about them. Once we have mastery over our feelings, our fear of life diminishes. Understandably, when we face a huge life crisis or a life-threatening situation, it is not easy to act completely rationally and not get lost in the torrents of emotions. We have no control over the events that might happen to us at any moment, but we do control our responses. That is where we should get our strength from. Everything can be taken from a man but one thing, the last of the human freedoms, to choose one's attitude in any given set of circumstances, to choose one's own way. Viktor Frankl. So how does the technique of letting go work? I'm going to provide a brief instruction now and talk in detail about it in the future videos. Start out by reminding yourself to not get lost in your thoughts. Thoughts are just a way of our mind to rationalize the internal pressure. Then move on to locating the fear inside your body, be it in your chest or your stomach. Tune in and feel its energy. Then stay with it, relaxing your body and breathing. Do not try to control or repress the emotion. Accept it without any guilt and just be present. If done right, the emotion will run its course and you'll end up with more clarity, ready to take necessary actions and address the problem. When you are distressed by an external thing, it's not the thing itself that troubles you, mentions Marcus Aurelius in his Meditations, but only your judgment of it, and you can wipe this out at a moment's notice. Some emotions might take us much more than a moment to let go of, but the message is correct nevertheless. The road to internal peace lies through acceptance, and every change is another step towards the end goal. And yes, sometimes it will feel like there is no end, and that nothing can possibly work. We might lose all motivation and contemplate giving up. In these moments, we have to remember that experiences like this are the true test of our conviction and character. Do your best to accept it and move on. If you realize that all things change, there is nothing you will try to hold on to. If you're not afraid of dying, there is nothing you cannot achieve. Lao Tzu. Thank you very much for watching. Let me know in the commentaries what changes are happening in your life and how you're handling them. If you liked the video, please leave a like and subscribe. It will help the channel to grow and cover more interesting topics. See you in the next video.